Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Now You're Cookin', broadcasting live from the culinary caverns of Mr. Lee's Kitchen right here on every weekday morning here on 1400 AM KSHP. Stay tuned for delicious recipes, international cuisine, and culinary masterpieces directly from Mr. Lee's own kitchen. Now You're Cookin' is brought to you by Off the Wall Media in association with Lemonade Productions. And now, your host, Lou Angel, alongside Master Chef, Mr. Lee.
Good morning.
You're welcome to give us a call live on air. The call-in line is 221-PATE. That's 221-PATE. Hey, now you're cooking. I want to start the show today by first thanking God, Mr. Lee, our dear friend Bob, and of course, our engineer Spider, for making this debut really happen. And I'd like you to now meet Mr. Lee, the chef of Las Vegas, who is definitely one of Las Vegas's fine masters of culinary confusion. Mr. Lee is here, ladies and gentlemen, to help you get through some of those tough times you face at the store and in the kitchen. Believe me, I know. If Mr. Lee was a recipe, this is how it would read. Well, first you'd start with 2 cups of talent, stir in 3 cups of personality, and 2 decades of expertise, a dash of stand-up comedy. Combine ingredients and rush them to the first radio station that'll let you in the door. And you have the remarkable Mr. Lee.
Well, thank you. Those are pretty big boots to fill this early in the morning.
I heard you can do it, baby.
Oh, they say I fill them up. I hope I can make
In fact, I forgot mine.
No? So you did. I hope I can live up to everybody's expectations. I just want to make you all hungry and make cooking easy, fun, and a good time. That's the way you should do it. Make sure to get your family and friends involved.
All right, folks, we'd like to invite you to give us a call at 221-PATE. Throw an empty tape in the recorder in case you're into the culinary mood tonight. You know, really, that's what it's all about. It's about getting ready. Here we've got Monday morning. We are really not in the mood to do anything except keep our eyes open, but we've still got food
We still
to
have to eat dinner tonight.
We've got to eat, baby, I'll tell you.
We're recovering from this long weekend. It's time
Well,
to
you are.
eat. Well, you know. Hey, you were over at the house this weekend. It's your fault.
Hey, if you'd like to be thrown in the blender, give us a call. If you've got questions about shopping, about food, hey, I think we can help you out, baby. Give us a call at 221-7825.
All right. So today we're going to start a lot of cooking.
All right. And first we're going to start with the news. Little item we call food, of course, for thought. Adverse reactions to conventional prescription drugs cause at least 100,000 deaths a year and more than 2 million serious complications in hospitalized patients, according to a recent study published in the Journal of American Medical Association. Researchers from the University of Toronto in Canada concluded that prescription drugs are now the 4th leading cause of death in North America after heart disease, cancer, and stroke. Too much vitamin C? For years, we've been told that the mega doses of vitamin C can do everything from cure the common cold to protect us from heart disease and cancer. Now, British researchers at the University of Leicester report that taking just 500 milligrams of vitamin C a day may damage your DNA. Who knew? The findings published in Journal of Nature suggest that in addition to many beneficial antioxidants effects of vitamin C, there are some potentially harmful ones that could cause cancer. No direct evidence of harm was seen in this study, however, and numerous researchers have challenged the findings. Face vitamins? Vitamin-enriched skin cream can reduce facial lines and wrinkles, French researchers have found. Women who used a topical cream containing vitamin C and E for 18 months developed fewer wrinkles than those who took the vitamins orally. In Nutrition Bites, we have something that I think will affect all of us.
Nutrition bites?
Yes, take a bite
what
out
is
of
that?
this. Your diet affects your breast tissue.
No.
Wait a minute, not mine.
My breast tissue is just fine, thank you very much.
In a new study from the National Cancer Institute, 25 women with breast cancer who followed a diet rich in fish oils, soy products, and vegetables showed breast tissue changes that approximate that of Japanese women who have a much lower risk of breast cancer. Of course, you'll need to change your dress size.
And you're going to be bored to death, so you may as well just eat what you want.
Something about folate and the way that it's used. Anybody know what
Don't
folate
talk dirty to me
is?
this early.
Folate. You're using words I'm not.
You keep your folates to yourself, Missy.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. What kind of words are you using here?
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Taken before conception and during pregnancy, folate reduces neural tube defects
Wait a minute.
by at least 50%. But according to a March of Dimes survey, fewer than 1/3 of women of childbearing age supplement their diets with folate containing multivitamins. Now this is interesting because folate will help you fight the blues. And there isn't anybody out
So will
there
tequila. That's
who
much
is
more
sitting
fun.
at a computer.
It'll just turn you green. That's all.
Fight the blues with folates. As recently as the early 1980s, the B vitamin folate, which is also known as folic acid, was so undervalued that a maker of a leading multivitamin supplement didn't include it in the formula. How times have changed. With the discovery that folate significantly reduces the risk of neural tube defects and cardiovascular disease, folate is found in every leading multivitamin formula at twice the present RDA. All right, folks, we want to invite you to join our show. We've got the debut of Now You're Cookin' with Mr. Lee. I'm Lou Angel.
Not
We've
if you're
got
cooking with that folate, I
Spider
don't know.
at engineering the show.
You use folate to
And
cook with?
Yeah, I use
Before we
folate all
get-
the time. Got to keep my breasts healthy.
No, that's the other thing. Folate will keep you from turning blue.
Yeah, oh, okay. So when I'm pregnant, right?
Yes, exactly.
This is a cooking show. Now You're Cooking with Mr. Lee.
That would be amazing if I could cook up a baby, wouldn't it?
Oh my
Just
gosh.
stir in a little bit of that organic soup.
Talk about
that you
DNA changes.
We would like you to consider our sponsor for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a very special sponsor by the name of Eating Well Magazine. Welcome to the pages of Eating Well Magazine, our primary source of health and nutrition news featured on Now You're Cookin' with Mr. Lee. Eating Well Magazine is available to advise, educate, and guide us through the maze of food, claims, and chaos. You'll love the health information, articles, and wonderful recipes, along with its balance of imagination, good taste, and sound nutrition. Eating Well is yours by simply calling 1-800-678-0541. You can also visit their website at eatingwell.com. There is so much information to digest inside each issue.
And so
of
much food.
Eating Well. Oh, we think you might have to save room for dessert. Call Eating Well Magazine, and for less than $2 a month, you too will eat like a king or queen.
Or a queen.
There's that number again, 1-800-678-0541. 1-800-678-0541. And now,
I'm
your
hungry.
host,
Feed me.
Mr. Lee.
That's your
What
mantra
have
around
you
here,
got
isn't it, Spider?
cooking?
Today we're going to make some shrimp margarita fajitas. And all my recipes are for 4 people, so they can usually be doubled or halved, depending on how many people you have to feed. I always have to feed a ton of people, or at least Spider, same thing.
I'm a
Same
ton.
thing.
I'm a ton of people.
He's a ton of people. So,
Hey, Oliva, man.
that's what we're going to make today. I know it's kind of crazy first thing in the morning to be talking about fajitas, but think about tonight. Tonight you got to go home and make something really quick. You don't feel like cooking. It's hot. You can do all this inside. You can do it all outside on the grill if you got a pool. Like yesterday we hung out by the pool, and that was cool. So, we just chilled out.
You fed me.
I fed you, yeah. And
Wait a minute, what was that you fed me? That little sparkled cheese. What was it?
Oh, it was a mixture of cheeses, but anyway. And you got all kinds.
And Ritz crackers.
And Ritz crackers, yeah.
Anything on a Ritz, right?
Anything on a Ritz.
Okay.
And what else did you get? You got all kinds of meat and tomatoes and chips and dip and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that has nothing to do with our fajitas. So today we're going to do fajitas for you guys out there. So what you're going to need for these fajitas is, this serves 4 now, is a pound of shrimp shelled, a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, a great big fat onion, and 12 flour tortillas. Now, if you're really, really into it, make your own flour tortillas, and you're going to have my respect for life. But I never do because it's too much work, and they're really good when you buy the store-bought ones.
You know what? This really does work at 9 o'clock in the morning.
You're getting hungry already?
I can smell the aroma as you speak.
Ooh, no, that's just me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
I
thought I had some bad eggs or something, you know?
No, it's my manly aroma.
Okay, I'd like to get the manager of this station, if he's listening, to come in and help me because the CD is stuck.
Okay.
Okay. Brett, come on in.
Okay, Brett, if you can, please.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is first we're going to marinate the shrimp. So for the marinade for the shrimp, you're going to need 2 cloves of chopped garlic, the juice of 2 or 3 limes, a half a cup of tequila. You got to have that tequila first thing in the morning, you know. Get rid of those blues from the weekend. About a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, and a tablespoon of cilantro if you like cilantro. And then toss it all together with a tablespoon of olive oil and a little salt and pepper. Now that's your marinade for your shrimp. So you put that in and get that going, and then you're going to start chopping up your vegetables. And everybody knows how to chop up a vegetable, right? I'll tell you anyway. You take a bell pepper, you slice it in half the long way, you know, where the green part is at the top, all the way down to the bottom. Then you pull out the insides. Could be easier. And then nature gave you the slice mark, so you just slice along where you think they should be, into nice thin slices. And then an onion. If you don't know how to peel an onion, you cut off this is the way I do it. I've heard a million different things, but this is the way I do it, and I never cry. I cut off the end where the root is.
Oh, this is for an onion. You're chopping off onions, and I always cry. What makes it do that?
There are gases that come up when you slice the onion. That's why you slice off the bottom. That releases all the gases, and that way you won't cry.
Okay, but what about how come some onions taste sweeter than others? I mean, it's like you get some onions that taste so good.
Yeah, like Vidalia onions, and they're like all sweet. It's just a different variety of onion.
Oh yeah, those are the ones.
Or the Walla Walla.
Those are the ones to die for.
Or the Maui onions. Of course, everything tastes better in Maui, but you know. So anyway, you slice off the bottom, then you slice off the top, and then peel off the outside, and then cut it in half, and slice it into thin slices too. So now you've got your shrimp marinating while you're doing all this stuff, and that's about all you need to marinate the shrimp. You don't want to marinate it too long with the lime juice, otherwise it's going to start to cook. You've all had ceviche, and that's what they do is they cook it in either lime juice or lemon juice. So you just marinate it for maybe 15 minutes, something like that. And if you don't like any of the stuff in there, feel free to leave it out, like the red pepper flakes. If you don't like hot stuff, leave that out. If you don't like cilantro, leave that out. But I think
hey, Mr. Lee, where do you buy your shrimp?
It depends on when I'm buying shrimp. Sometimes they have it on sale at the grocery store, and I can use my web page bucks to get the shrimp on sale at the grocery store. Other times I get it at a fish market, because there is a fish market here in town, in Chinatown, that sells live shrimp, and those are of course the best because they're the freshest.
Really, live shrimp?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know that
I'm going to
market
learn
we
a
go
lot
to.
on this show. That's one of the reasons I love sitting here is because I don't know anything.
You know that market we go to all the time, that Asian market. They have live shrimp, live carp, live everything. And you can't get any better than that. There's actually a dish I'll do one day that's fascinating, where you pour vodka over live shrimp and light it afire, and that cooks them. I'll do it in the station. Everyone will flip. Probably against some fire code, but I'll do it anyway.
Don't let that stop you.
Well, what do you do about CDs that are hungry? I think we got a CD machine that's hungry here.
It likes my CDs?
Yeah, it won't give it back.
Oh, no.
I can't get our music up for this segment to come
Well,
on.
they can't have RuPaul. We're keeping him.
Well, we'll just take over the station and listen to it here.
I think every woman out there and every man knows how sexy they look when they're cooking something by the kitchen. Mm-hmm. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the show that's going to make you look forward to going home and rattling those pots and pans. What else you got, Mr. Lee?
All right, we've got everything marinating and chopped up now, so we're all ready to go. Now here's what you do. If you want, there are two ways you can do this. I like to do it on the grill. So if you want to do it on the grill,
I heard that about you.
oh well, the word is out, I guess. That's why
So
it's
you're
broken.
really hot stuff.
So it's really hot. They just said it was a sunburn. I was lying, you know.
Oh God.
So if you want
Okay, I'm marinating.
you're marinating. Ooh, are you now? Oh, that's what that is. Okay. So if you want to do it on the grill, take your shrimp and skewer them.
Skewer them.
No comment.
How do you skewer something?
You don't know by now? You're a little long in the tooth
Wait
not
a
to know,
minute.
darling.
Yeah, but I only got one. I kind of spear things.
Oh, okay. Bragger, bragger, bragger. To skewer them, all you gotta do is get some of those bamboo skewers. You can get them in the grocery store, and you shove your shrimp on top of them. You know what I mean.
What was that about tequila?
I need some right now.
Well, you
wait
time
a
for a
minute.
shotter, huh?
I got some tea.
So after you've skewered your shrimp, this is if you're doing everything on the barbecue. You heat up your barbecue. I have a gas barbecue, so it's easy for me. If you don't have a gas barbecue, I would say just do it in the house.
Can you do it in the microwave?
No, they turn out tough.
Okay.
But if you do them on the grill, this is what you do. After you've skewered your shrimp,
Now, see, everybody, let me just fill in everybody. As you're going through this, I'm kind of making the dish here. I'm in school here, so we're like have the dish actually here.
Okay, Chef
If
Spider.
you want to believe that.
yeah, right. You're just gonna come to my house later and eat it, is what you're gonna do.
I'm hungry.
So you skewer the shrimp, put them on the grill about 5 minutes aside, and inside your house, get a great big skillet, nice and hot, and throw in about a tablespoon of oil, and you can use any kind of oil. I usually use either olive oil or canola oil because it's good for your heart. And then immediately throw in all your vegetables so the oil doesn't catch fire, because you want to sear those vegetables and get them hot. You know, that's the onions and the peppers. And that's hungry. You can smell it in your head, can't you? You can smell it in your head.
Yes.
So then you do like 3 to 5 minutes aside on the shrimp. One thing about shrimp, don't ever overcook them. Because if you overcook shrimp, that's when you get that tough, nasty texture that people hate, and they say, oh, I don't like shrimp. That's why they don't like shrimp, because they cooked them wrong.
The CD player has regurgitated your CD.
Ooh, it barfed up Kenmo. All right, so now we've got the vegetables going in the pot in the house. We've got the shrimp on the grill. Now, if you don't have the grill, you don't want to do the grill, don't want to bother, don't want to go outside, you can do the same thing in a hot pan in the house. Just get a great big fat pan, smoking hot, and toss all that stuff in there. You know, marinate and all, and then just cook it for about 5 minutes until they start to turn pink and curl up, because that's how you know they're done. And take them out of there immediately. Then what you're going to do is you have to heat your tortillas while all this is going on, so you have some nice hot tortillas to wrap it all up. To heat tortillas, no problemo. You take the tortillas and wrap them up either in a towel and put them in the microwave for a couple minutes, and every microwave's different, so you're going to have to guess. It'll probably be, you know, about a minute to 2 minutes. Or you can wrap them in foil and put them in a 300-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And that'll keep them warm, and then you just pop them on the table that way. You don't have to worry about it. So then you got your stuff sizzling there, you got your stuff sizzling outside, then you bring it all to the table. Okay, you got all that great stuff and all those smells mingling, everybody's hungry.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. And then you put your tortillas out, and now you gotta have stuff on the side to serve with it, right? So this is what you serve with it. I always put, now this may or may not be traditional, but if you do this, I'm telling you, your family will love you. Put some cheese out, you know, some like nice sharp cheddar cheese all grated up, and some chopped jalapenos if you like it hot, because you know I like it hot.
I heard that about you too.
And then a little sour cream. And, you know, sour cream's always a good condiment for whatever purpose.
You're listening to Now You're Cookin' with Mr. Lee, one of Las Vegas's finest chefs, if I do say so my very own self. We've got a little food for thought, and we'll be back right after this message.
Dad? You're a grandpa.
What is it? What is it?
Well, we wanted to name it after you, family. Isn't it about time?
But we're naming her after Mom instead.
Oh, it's a girl.
It's a girl.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Eddie Eagle is the mascot for the National Rifle Association's Firearm Accident Prevention Program for elementary school-aged children. And he's a real friend when it comes to teaching kids about gun safety. He wants every child to stay safe and live a long life. And the way to do that, according to Eddie, is if you see a gun, stop, don't touch, leave the area, tell an adult. For information or to receive a free sample kit, please contact the Eddie Eagle program at 1-800-231-0752.
The heat is on, Las Vegas, so join us for the coolest cooking talk show in town. Now You're Cooking with Mr. Lee.
Join me, Mr. Lee, for Now You're Cooking every weekday morning at 9 a.m. right after the radio shopping show.
For some hot topics and really cool cuisine, join us every weekday morning at 9 for Now You're Cooking with Mr. Lee.
That's me. Come hungry.
Hi, Cougar fans. This is Bob Robertson, voice of the Washington State Cougars. I've seen them all at WSU. Bledsoe, Rippon, Hanson, Broussard, Hasty, Shelton. Shelton? Listen to the former Cougar on Sportsline on Thursdays and Friday evenings on AM 1400 KSHP, the Cougars' home in Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to AM 1400 KSHP, home of Now You're Cooking with Mr. Lee. We've got phone lines open at 221-PATE, 221-PATE, if you'd like to speak directly to the chef. Are you tired of having to make a special trip for the Sunday paper just to clip the grocery coupons? Are you heartbroken because Vons quit doubling their coupons? Now, by simply cruising by valuepage.com, you can select the coupons you use, print them out, and start saving money today. Valuepage.com, spelled VALUPAGE, is offering you WebBucks Las Vegas. That's right. Print out the money-saving items you usually buy. Go to the store. The checker scans your printed sheet, and for every item you buy, you'll receive a WebBuck to be used as actual cash your next trip to the store. This is the future of coupons. So visit valuepage.com, VALUPAGE, today, because printing ValuePage is just like printing money. And now, with your delectable delight for tonight, here's Mr. Lee.
Oh.
Hey, what's cooking, Mr. Lee? Holy guacamole!
That's what we're cooking, baby. We're gonna make some guacamole like you've never had it before.
Are you ready? Oh, I thought you said, okay.
Okay, all we're gonna need to make some guacamole is 2 avocados. You can get those nice dark green ones. Don't get those great big green ones. Get the nice dark green ones because those have a lot more oil and a lot more flavor. And just treat yourself every now and again. You don't have to do it every day. And you'll need half a medium onion, finely chopped up. And you'll need, I'll tell you how to do this in a second here, 1 head of roasted garlic. Or if you're kind of a wimp, you can just use 1 clove of raw minced garlic. But I like the whole head of roasted garlic.
Yum.
Yum. And half a medium tomato chopped up about the same size as you chop the onion. And you'll need salt and pepper to taste and half a lime. Now here's how you chop up an avocado, in case anybody doesn't know. You just take it and cut it long ways around with your knife, around the whole thing. And then you will twist it and pop it open. And one side will have the pit and the other side won't. Now to get the pit out, you just take your knife and give it a wonk. That's a technical term. And
30 years of culinary school.
Yeah. And give it a wonk, and it'll stick in there, and then you give it a twist, and the pit'll pop right out.
A wonk.
You come up with a better word. All right.
Okay, wait a minute. To take the pit out of the avocado?
Give it a wink.
Give it a whack.
Give it a whack.
I like the wonk.
Wink it, wonk it, whack it. Whatever works for you. Just make sure you do it. So then all you do is the peel will come right off. You can scoop it out into a bowl. And then you add all the other stuff. You add your onion and your tomato, your salt and pepper, and you kind of mix it all up together, and you smush, this is another technical term, you smushing the garlic using a fork and the avocado. You don't want the avocado broken up too much, so just use a fork. Some people put it in a blender, and I think that kind of ruins it. But you just smush it together, and then you mix all that stuff together that I told you, the onion and the tomato and the salt and pepper and the garlic, and Then you put it into your serving bowl, and you squeeze the juice of half a lime over the top. And what that'll do is keep it from turning brown, because we've all had avocados turn brown, and we all know what an unsavory experience that can be. So then you have it in your serving bowl, and right before you serve, you just mix it up and mix that lime juice in, and that'll give it a great flavor, too. So I have two things to tell you.
Is there tequila in this?
No, there's tequila in me while I'm doing this, but there's not tequila in this.
Oh, God.
At least on a good night there is. Or maybe it's a bad night. You be the judge. Or if you're really lazy.
It was a bad night. How was your weekend anyway?
You tell me. You were there.
I was hungry.
You have grill marks.
That says it all, doesn't it? Oh, holy guacamole.
Sorry I asked that.
Well, I think that avocado and garlic are simply two of the most wonderful things put on the face of the
Together it's heaven, isn't it?
earth. It really is.
And no one will want to talk to you afterward, but at
We
least you're
don't
happy.
care. It's
We
a
all s-
radio. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter. We all smell the same. It doesn't matter at that point. Now, what my sister did, she taught me this one day. We were in a huge rush trying to serve all the kids and everything. We had a big party at the house. The first time that ever happened, isn't it? And so we took the avocados and did the exact same thing, just peeled them and took the pit out. And we just added a can of salsa, your regular favorite salsa that you like. And nobody knew that we didn't do the whole thing ourselves.
From scratch.
Yeah, it was from scratch. We lied. Oh, well. They ate it anyway. After enough tequila, it tasted the same.
Do you, did you already tell everybody how they can roast garlic?
Now, let me tell you how to roast
Because this will definitely make you a hit.
This
If you
is-
don't know, it's real easy, but it's
I
so
always
good.
serve this at our parties, and I always make tons of it.
And it's good on everything.
It's good on crackers. It's good with chips. It's good just spread on a sandwich, and it's no fat, really. So, it's great. All you have to do is take a head of garlic, the whole head, not the little pieces, but the whole head, and tear off a piece of aluminum foil, and then slice off maybe the top quarter-inch of the garlic, and put it all in there together. It doesn't matter, those little pieces will work out too. And then you pour over maybe a teaspoon of olive oil and a little salt and pepper. Wrap it all up in that foil and pop it in your oven at 300 degrees for about an hour. Now what's going to happen is it's going to mellow out the taste of the garlic, because you know how it is when garlic is really, really strong. It won't be like that at all. It's going to be mellow and it's going to be good, and you're going to be wanting to eat the whole thing before you even put it in a recipe.
I got a question.
What's that?
There is so much flavoring done with roasted garlic now. I mean, you can't go down the aisle of the store without seeing salad dressings and salsas, and everything has roasted
And-
garlic. But I've tried them, and I'll tell you what, I'm not crazy about a lot of them. What are they doing that's... the garlic taste is like bitter. What's going on?
They're probably either overcooking it or trying to cook it too fast. Because
Yeah.
the whole thing is, if you cook it slow for about an hour at 300 degrees, 350 degrees, then you're going to get that nice caramelization. It's going to mellow out. That's what you want. You don't want a bitter, crusty, burnt garlic chunk.
No,
That's not
it
the deal.
ruins it. I
Yeah.
know.
So that's why you do it yourself, because you know how it is.
See, I got spoiled from eating at your house.
Yeah, we
So
always-
I thought everything with this roasted garlic flavor was going to be
Like
out of
real
s-
roasted garlic.
Oh, I thought it would be fantastic, and they fooled me a couple of times, and I didn't like it.
Well, that's why you eat at my house.
Okay, keep cooking, baby.
Keep cooking. All right, now the other thing we're going to put in is some salsa. And this is great. Yeah, you can do the guacamole as an appetizer too if you just want to have some friends over and have some chips and guac and a little salsa. They're going to love you. So I'll tell you how to make a really quick salsa. Because I have a salsa that's really takes a long time and involves roast vegetables, but this one's easy and everybody can do it. I did it the other day and it was fabulous, baby. You take 2 medium tomatoes, and it's the perfect season for tomatoes right now because it's the end of summer and everything's ripe and you want everything fresh. So why not go for it?
Did tomatoes make it through the El Nino? El Nino.
El Nino, I think so. Most of the tomatoes did, because they're really good. They charge you an arm and a leg, but they're really good. What were they the other day at the store? $2.99 a pound, $3.99 a pound, $199 a pound,
Yeah.
something like that. They were expensive, but they were great, weren't they?
What
Yesterday.
about the credit card?
Yeah.
Charge it.
Charge
I'd like
it.
these tomatoes, please. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're over your limit.
Did you tell?
$300, please.
Well, you've got to tell them it's a joke what I charged yesterday, the day before yesterday.
I'd like
Hey.
the rock bottom price, please.
Hey, everybody. In case you just tuned in, you're listening to Now You're Cookin' with
Now You're
Mr.
Cookin'.
Lee, one of Las Vegas's finer chefs, if I do say so myself. We'd like you to call in the show. Ask Mr. Lee any comments or questions that you may have. 221-PATE, P-A-T-E.
Only you
Love
could
to
figure
hear
out
from
that
you.
one.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
She's the queen.
Well,
What
you
is
know,
pate anyway?
we do follow the radio shopping show, and everybody is used to calling in 221-SAVE. Well, we're going to help you save too by using valuepage.com. These
Value
are
Page? How do you spell that?
Webbooks. VALUPAGE.com. Valuepage.com will help you save money. Are you heartbroken because Vaughn's quit doubling coupons? Are you tired of going to the store just for the paper? Valuepage.com is there for you, and all you have to do is have internet access. VALUPAGE.com. And now Mr. Lee has his famous salsa.
Wait a minute. Now, that was for coupons. That I don't use coupons. What about some people that don't use coupons?
Start.
They go out to onto Value Page and.
Valuepage.com is going to be the future of
Well,
couponing.
now I know you're just getting into this, but didn't like the other day you just saved like $52 in web bucks.
Yeah. You know why? Because after you print out the pages, there's a little barcode that prints out on your page. You go shopping. Any of the items that you buy on that page will then be scanned, and you will receive a web buck for each one of them. And you don't even have to buy
That's
the
not
same
like
product
another
again.
coupon, right?
No, it's a web buck.
They're
You're
like
printing
real money.
So I can buy
Yes.
anything I want with it in that store.
The next time you go to the store, the web buck is good as cash. So, you know, if you want to print out a couple of bucks, go ahead. Valuepage.com is
Then-
just there.
You can afford these tomatoes then.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's all name brand stuff. You know, it's all stuff that you use. All the big names, you know, Tyson and
Well, these days you
Vaseline
got to get
Intensive
into.
Care. All this stuff, you know, you save 50 cents a dollar on every item.
Well, these days every penny counts.
Absolutely.
Every dollar counts.
Absolutely.
Every web buck counts.
Absolutely. You can earn up to $52.90 in Lucky Web Bucks this week. You know, here in Las Vegas, they go with Lucky's, Price Right, and Smith's.
Oh wait, they're all one company?
Absolutely. You can get a web buck printout
At any one of
for
those stores?
every single one of those stores. Lucky's, Smith's, and Price Right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our call-in line is 221-PATE, where the chef is at your service. And our next item on the menu is salsa.
Do you want to get
I
hot?
think they like to say salsa.
Hot salsa.
Hot salsa. All right, I'm going to make your tongue dance now. I said that last night, too. Another issue. Start out with 2 medium tomatoes.
Tomatoes again.
Tomatoes again. We're still on the tomatoes. We had our whole tomato discussion. Need 2 medium tomatoes. And then I use 1 jalapeno pepper, or you can use a habanero pepper if you're really brave, or you can use more jalapeno peppers, however hot you want to be. That's how you decide how many peppers to use. Then half of a medium onion chopped up, and 1 or 2 cloves of garlic mashed. And I'll tell you how to mash garlic. All you do is take it, put the side of your knife on it, give it a smush. That's it.
Is that a whack or a wank or a
No,
smush?
no, you wank over there yourself. This is a smush. And if you want to, you can put in a tablespoon of fresh cilantro and a little salt and pepper. You mix all that good stuff together and let it sit around the house for about an hour if you can keep the kids out of it. And before you know it, you've got some salsa. Does it sound good to you?
Absolutely. I remember as a kid, my mother used to take those peppers and just lie them across the flame, that open flame that you get on top of the stove. And I never knew what she was
And you get all the bubbly stuff going.
Yeah. And then that stuff just cracks and peels off. And that's what gives it that flavor.
That smoky flavor.
Oh,
It's so good.
baby. Oh, it's so good.
We'll do a hot smoking one next time.
You
This is
got
a
it.
fresh one.
And now, to finish off this recipe,
Finish
we're
off.
going to go back through everything, everybody, in case you want to write things down. We're making margaritas. We're making salsa. We've got avocado dip. And, of course, Mr. Lee's famous fajitas. We're going to be right back after this.
Hey, if you're a guy about to turn 18, you need to remember something important. You've got to register with Selective Service at the post office. Register. It's quick, it's easy, and it's the law.
A child can learn to love as well as to hate. All it takes is your example. Why not make it a good one? Good values make great kids. A public service message from this station and the Catholic Communication Campaign.
The Broncos are coming. They sure can run.
They can pass, too, led by future Hall of Famer John Elway in what could be his final season, and great running back Terrell Davis. Here are the Super Bowl champions all season long, starting September 7th, the Denver Broncos on AM 1400 KSHP. Your home for the Super Bowl champions this fall.
Welcome to pages of Eating Well magazine, ladies and gentlemen, the primary source of health and nutrition news, featured on Now You're Cookin' with Mr. Lee. Eating Well magazine is available to advise, educate, and guide us through the maze of food claims and chaos. You'll love the health information, articles, and wonderful recipes, along with its balance of imagination, good taste, and sound nutrition. Eating Well is yours by simply calling 1-800-678-0541. You can also visit their website, eatingwell.com. There is so much information to digest inside each issue of Eating Well, we think you might have to save room for dessert. Call Eating Well magazine, and for less than $2 a month, you too will eat like a king. That's 1-800-678-0541. 1-800-678-0541. You're listening to Now You're Cookin' with Mr. Lee, the debut and premiere of our little talk radio show that will hopefully make your life a little bit easier.
And a little bit fuller.
Yeah, you know, you've got to eat, you got to cook. You can't go out every single night as much as you'd like to. So what we hope to do is bring you the easy way to gourmet. 221-PATE is the call-in line.
We are getting calls, but I have no idea how to answer them, so...
Oh, we are getting calls. Okay.
So,
I can get help.
You know, this is our first show, and this is my first time at this station.
And we are live.
And we are live. And you people that are calling in, we appreciate it, but...
Well, we don't know how to talk to you.
We can't get you on the air.
All right, hold on. I'll get help.
We want you. Well, while you guys are waiting for the phones, why don't you have a margarita?
A margarita? Oh, I would love a margarita right
Yeah, it's
now.
almost 10 in the morning. It's time.
10, it's time.
It's time.
Oh,
I'll tell you how to make a margarita. The important thing is proportions when it comes to margarita. That's all you got to know. And my proportions for the perfect margarita are 1.5 ounces of tequila, and I like the Cuervo Gold. I don't like that cheapy stuff.
Cuervo?
Cuervo.
Oh,
He's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of mine, too.
And 1/2 ounce of triple sec, and 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. The other day I was in the store, and limes were $12 for $1, so don't use the fake stuff. Use the good
morning.
stuff.
Good morning.
I thought maybe you're talking about avocados this morning. I thought might like a nice drink.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
With avocado.
Who's calling, please?
My name is Addie.
Hi, Addie.
Hi, Eddie.
Hi. And all you do is take a glass of milk, put it in the blender, take a complete peeled avocado with pitted avocado, and put it into the blender and make a shake out of it. And it doesn't really sound good, but it tastes delicious.
It sounds good to me. I love avocados.
Okay?
Addie, you sound like you're into a lot of unusual recipes.
Yes, I am.
What else you got? I bet your skin is looking great, huh?
Well, no. My skin is looking extremely obese.
Oh, it's from all that avocado juice.
No, but It's just that I enjoy cooking, and this was something that was taught to me by a Brazilian girl.
Oh.
And they take
Oh,
this all
those
the
Brazilian girls can teach you a lot.
Yes, and they've given me a lot of good recipes, but since you were on that subject, I figured let me give it to you.
Thanks a lot.
What's the most exotic food you've ever cooked with, or played with,
or eaten,
or ever eaten? I haven't made it, but I've gone out to the Sportsman's Galley and had a lot of wild game, like ostrich and
yeah, ostrich is good. I've had ostrich.
wild boar and venison dish. It's really, really excellent. But it's not something that I myself have played with. I like matzo ball soup and things of that nature.
Now you're talking.
Right.
Hey, now you're cooking.
Okay. And that's it. But you know what I'd like to find a lot more about? Celery root.
Celery root.
Yes. They're my mom used to take celery root and marinate it and make a salad out of it. But it has to stay in the dish at least 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it softens up and it's really good. But I'd like to know what you can do.
Okay, well, for people out there who don't know what celery root is, it's obviously celery root, but it's also known as celeriac.
Right.
And you have to peel it. It sort of looks like a parsnip. And you peel it, and another thing you can do with it that's really good, if you're making a roast chicken or a roast beef or a roast pork, any roast thing, just slice it up into chunks and throw it around there and roast it like you would any other roasted vegetable.
Okay.
And it comes out really good and sweet, and it gets caramelized and everything from the juices of the chicken or whatever.
That sounds great. I'll try it.
Yeah, you'll like
that
it.
does sound great. Mr. Lee has a way of incorporating every single spice, ingredient, vegetable, mineral, whatever you can think of. He will find a way to make a recipe. If there's a product or an ingredient.
Now remember, the more varied your diet is, the better chance you have of getting every vitamin and mineral you need.
That's true,
Right.
too.
But you still have to watch with diabetes, so I have to be careful.
Oh, you're a diabetic?
Yes,
I'm a diabetic
I am.
too. I'm a diabetic too, so I have to be very careful what I eat.
Right. Well, I'd love to hear some recipes, for that too.
Okay, well, I'll put some low-fat and low-cal ones in there too.
Thanks.
Thanks for the call, Addie.
appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you, darling. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling, darling.
All right.
The chef is here, everybody. Give us a call at 221-PATE. You can speak live to Chef Lee, a professional and private cook for the last 20 years, who hasn't yet been stumped. Maybe we should play Stump the Chef someday. But no, we are here to help try and get you through the day so that you look forward to that wonderful dinner that Mr. Lee is going to help us cook.
Hello.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Who are we talking to?
Hi, this is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
I just wanted to say on behalf of all your Las Vegas fans, welcome back to the air, Mr. Lee.
Thank you very much.
We're delighted you're going to be on every day, and there'll be a lot of us tuning in.
I hope so. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for the call, Bob.
Good luck with the show.
Do you have any questions about cooking?
Not at the moment. I'm enjoying the show, though.
Okay.
The margaritas sound wonderful.
This is a 24-hour town, you know.
Go get that blender fired up.
I think there we go.
All right, Bob. Good luck with the show.
Thank you a lot.
Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Speak directly to Mr. Lee at 221-PATE. 221-7825.
7825.
That's right. Somebody said to me the other day, how can you put a cooking show on the radio? There was 4 of them on yesterday that I saw on television on all those cable channels. I know that. And I said to him, well, what do the blind people watch? What do the blind people watch?
Nothing.
Don't they have the radio on? Don't they have the radio on? I heard a...
Yeah, but how do they cook? By feel?
That's what I want to know. I
That's
really
how I
do
cook.
want to know if we have any visually impaired listeners out there. We want to hear from you. How can we help? We do want to hear from you. 221-PATE. And now, back to Now You're Cooking with Mr.
Now
Lee.
you're cooking.
Okay, baby, it's Margaritaville.
Yes.
I gave you the proportions. I'll give them to you one more time. 1.5 ounces of tequila, a half ounce of triple sec, and 1 ounce of lime juice.
Triple what?
Triple sec. Triple flip. I don't know.
Triple sec?
Triple sec.
What is that? I don't drink, so I don't know.
Yeah, you were drinking yesterday. I saw you.
Yeah, I had almost a half a beer.
Yeah, you almost got through a beer. Triple sec is just a liquor you can find in any liquor store.
Oh, okay.
And that's what makes...
Well, if I ever wanted to
season.
make a margarita, I mean, Louise shouldn't make everything for me all the time.
That's true. That's what makes the margaritas taste like margaritas. Okay. Yeah, so you need the tequila triple second lime juice. That's your basic recipe. Now you can do the traditional one. I actually saw the lady who invented margaritas. Believe it or not, she's still alive. She's about 192 years old. I don't know how old she is. She's really old. If anyone out there knows, give me a call. She's really old. And she was on the Today Show, and she originated this recipe. And she says that you shouldn't use the really good tequila. I disagree with her because I only drink really good tequila, otherwise I get heartburn. But she says you should use the white tequila, not the gold tequila, the silver tequila. So
really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How many kinds of tequila is there?
There are hundreds of different kinds of tequila.
Really?
We don't want to know.
Yeah, just like there are
man.
different different wines. It's the same thing with tequila. In Mexico, it's a thing.
Really?
Yeah, if it's from a different region, if it's aged a certain way, whatever. So, anyway, what she says to do is pour it over ice and then shake it up like you would a martini, then strain the ice out. But in America, we're American. We can't help ourselves. So what we normally do is fill up the blender with ice, pour the stuff over it, and blend it till you've got a Slurpee. Is basically what you're drinking is a
flavor of the
Now,
month.
what's with the ice around the rim? The salt around?
Okay, well, the salt around the rim is so when every time you take a sip, you get a little of that salt, and it kind of cuts through the sweetness of the lime juice. And to do that, you just take a lime and run it around the rim of your glass, and you can buy the right salt in any store, in any liquor store or any supermarket usually, and then you just dip it in there. So you get maybe 1/8 of an inch salt coating around the edge.
I'd just like to say something about this recipe that you have today, these fajitas. Now, anybody can do this, right? Just about anybody can dice and slice and chop up those bell peppers and the green peppers and all that stuff. And I just like to put a special message in your mind today, fellas. Wouldn't it be great if when your wife or your girlfriend or your roommate got home, you were already having dinner started? I want you to think about that today. And if you have any problems,
I'm a guy. I can't
if
think
you
about
have any
that.
problems, give Chef Lee a
That's
call.
what women are for, man.
Oh, you're in trouble now, buddy. That
Now,
wasn't
I know.
me.
Before we close the show today, Mr. Lee had to really make a point of wanting to let you know about one of his favorite restaurants here in town, because we do, when you're not cooking, we go out to eat, and once in a while we get lucky. We find a place that...
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And then we go to eat.
Yeah, so I know you were real anxious to tell everybody about Pasta Mia.
Yeah, we don't want
Flamingo. Pasta Mia. For
We
all
don't-
you pastaplegics out there.
We don't want Pasta Mia to close because we have to have somewhere to eat clams in the middle of the day.
Oh, folks, if seafood is your thing, and you like clams, the little baby clams with just about the best sauce you've ever tasted.
It melts in your mouth.
It's wonderful, and it's at Pasta Mia, and we're looking forward to telling you about it because they're
Hey, Bambino, give me some of that Pasta Mia.
They're the best
it's
clams.
dialect.
Or is it derelict?
Or whatever. I don't know, but they all sound Mexican to me. All those characters sound Mexican to me.
Give me some of that pasta.
Yo, Guido, send on over.
All right, so we wanted to tell you about Pasta Mia. What else did you find that was really delicious there?
They have terrific Greek salad. They have, just everything they make is so good. Their garlic bread is phenomenal. And if any of you see me and I look a little fatter than I should be, it's their fault because we always say, okay, let's go work out now. And then we have to pass there on the way to the gym. And we're
it's
hungry.
Hell. It's hell, I tell you.
And, it's just so much easier to eat.
You better work, babe.
I do. That's how I can eat there. But they have fantastic pasta dishes, and even if you don't like pasta, they have some great chicken dishes, and you had salmon there the other day that was to die for.
Any kind of grilled fish
And
is wonderful.
you had snapper. And, and don't forget to order the garlic spinach. The garlic spinach is enough to make Popeye scream.
Oh, that's right. Oh, how good was that?
Oh.
Popeye screaming. Oh, the visual. All right, everybody. Time to wake up. Take your time. Get excited. We're going to be here every weekday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning to help you get ready for the day.
Hey, now that I know how to run this place, I think I might be able to get some more callers.
We even got a phone line open if you care to participate in the show. Do you have a question about cuisine, cooking, any ingredients? Do you have a secret ingredient? Oh, we'd love to hear from you.
What do you think aliens eat?
Each other?
Little green things they call lettuce.
Agent Mulder?
Do you think
I don't know. Maybe it's Scully they eat. You tell me. Is that why she has that pursed lips all the time?
Well, isn't what you eat make you what you are?
Yeah, that would make them
gray, and they kind of must.
They would be clams, basically.
Clams. We now know.
Now we know where those clams came from.
This is a news flash, folks.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something about an article that I did find in Eating Well magazine, and it's called Protecting Pasta. Now, I know that when you do a recipe for pastas and those type of things, are they really all created equal, or is it just the shape that varies, or is there an actual difference in the pasta? That was my question of the day.
Well, there are different recipes for pasta, of course. If you do a fresh pasta, you can use more eggs than you would if you're going to do a dried pasta. Most people don't make a dried pasta at home because it's just too much work and all of that. But
you'd have to roll that dough out and then...
Yeah, you do it, use a machine and roll it all out. And it is time consuming. So most people don't do it because you can buy perfectly good ready-made pasta. But you can make homemade pasta, and the shape does matter. Believe it or not, size does matter.
I don't want to hear that.
I knew I wasn't going to go one day without hearing that line either.
Because the thing you have to remember when you're using pasta is that it absorbs the sauce at different levels. So if you have a big chunky sauce, you're going to want a pasta that's more like that. If you have a marinara sauce that's more just thick and not with a lot of chunks in it, it's okay to put it over things like linguine or spaghetti. And there are all kinds of pastas out there. I could do a whole show on just the different shapes of pasta. But if you want to do a pasta and really get the sauce in, boil your pasta and then throw it in with the sauce and toss it in the pan. Because you know how it absorbs the water while you're cooking it, right? So it's going to absorb the sauce while you're cooking it in the pan. That's what I did with your lunch the other day.
That makes sense. Oh, it was so good. That's another show.
That's another show. But yeah, for pasta, that's what you do. You want to get it incorporated with the sauce. Some people just pour it over, and I don't think you get the same effect because it'll slide off. It won't be part of the dish.
Okay.
And Italy, and as a matter of fact, in Italy, they don't use as much sauce as we do here. You know how everything is just slathered in huge globs of sauce?
Oh.
In Italy...
So that's a cultural thing.
Right. It's an Americanized thing. The sauce is secondary to the pasta. It's just there as a complement to the pasta, the sauce isn't the whole thing.
Oh, how interesting.
And they'll use, say you're having clams, or say you're having seafood or chicken or beef or whatever. That's the primary thing, that and the pasta, not the sauce. The sauce is just there to hold the whole thing together.
And what about when you actually store pasta? I mean, I've heard that 80% of the B vitamins in pasta can be lost if you put it in one of those jars. You know, they use those decorative jars and they let them stand there. Your pasta's supposed to be in the dark, folks.
Yeah, that's true for most dry things. Keep them in a cool, dark place. You don't want to have stuff just sitting around. It may look pretty, but don't use it. Just use it as decoration if that's what you want.
All right. Well, I hoped we helped you out with your dinner plans, everybody. Remember that Now You're Cookin' is here every weekday morning at 9 a.m. I'm your hostess, Lou Angel, sitting alongside Mr. Lee, Master Chef Extraordinaire.
I'm so glad you guys tuned in, and please don't forget to call me every morning, Monday through Friday, right here at the station.
And don't forget to kiss the cook. All right, a toast, Mr. Lee. Pour them margaritas, Spider.
Here we go. That's the sound of morning.
Oh, yeah, pour away. All right, let's toast it, baby. Bye-bye.
Here's to our fajitas.
This is K-Shop.